Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a slightly different video planned for you guys, and that's because I have this task I need to do. And I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone and make a video for you guys and do my laundry at the same time. Smart, right? Also, welcome to my room. You guys have never been in this room before. Last video I filmed was actually in my living room, but I thought, why not film today on my bed, in my bedroom? So yes, welcome to my bed. Welcome to my bedroom. It's very simple. I've got a washing machine right behind you guys. And yeah, this is the setup. There's a study table over there that came with the house. And yeah, we rented the bed frame. See, this I actually washed like 2 days ago, but I haven't packed it yet because I'm pretty sure I'm going to my cousin's house this week at some point. I'm not too sure when. It hasn't really been clarified, but it's my grandmother's birthday this Thursday, and I'm pretty sure they want me there for it. So I just got lazy and I thought, why fold it to put it in my cupboard when I'll have to fold it and put it in my suitcase anyway? But then I thought, okay, that's just me being lazy. Let's just sit down and fold it. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna fold my laundry and I'm gonna talk to you guys a bit about my thoughts so far on living by myself. Also, don't mind my folding skills. I'm not exactly a professional. I'm also not gonna be showing you guys my underwears because I think that's a little private, you know? But yeah, I am quite literally airing my dirty laundry, except this is not dirty laundry, this is clean laundry, but you know what I mean. I also can't turn the fan on here because it makes so much noise, and the fans in India that I have experienced everywhere have been excruciatingly slow or extremely fast to the point where you think it's going to fall off its hinges. So there's no in between. So I've turned it off because it's super noisy and the room doesn't have AC. So am I hot? Yes, but let's do this. I've been living alone now for about, what? I think about a month or so. Yeah, today's what, the 24th. So pretty much like a month and 2 days at this exact moment in time. Also, this is my India phone. Yeah, so I've been alone for about a month now. Have I been enjoying it? Yes and no. And you might be like, what do you mean yes and no? I mean, yes, at times, like I'm a big introvert, so I enjoy a lot of the alone time I've quite literally been spending. I mean, like, I enjoy watching things by myself. I enjoy, you know, waking up to not having anyone there, waking up on my own time, and like everything, like it doesn't matter how late I wake up, no one is like, it quite literally doesn't matter what time I wake up, because it's not like someone's waiting for me. It's not like I have to do something at a certain time. It's like I've woken up. So there are aspects that I really enjoy like that. I also really enjoy just doing whatever I want whenever I want. That's a huge freedom that comes with living by yourself that I hadn't personally experienced before, because I mean, sure, there were days when I was home alone, but still, you know, it's not quite the same. But this is the first time I've like truly been completely by myself, so this is like an experience for me, to say the least. But I will say there are some aspects that that's pretty much the only aspect I love about living by myself, is just like the freedom. Like, I'm able to watch whatever I want whenever I want. Like, I have the delivery services here is so easy that I'm able to just deliver anything to my house, again, whenever I want. And it's little things like that. Like, for an introvert, living by yourself surely is really, really fun. Like, I've been enjoying that aspect a lot. Like, India on its own is so chaotic that the fact that now I'm by myself, it's kind of making it a little bit less stressful. Like, I'm finding it like it's okay. Like, it's not too bad, but there are aspects that I'm not too keen on when it comes to living by myself. It's things like I have like a huge phobia of birds. Anybody who knows me in my real life knows that. And as I think I mentioned this in my last video as well, but there are birds pretty much on every window here because a lot of my windows here have the clothesline outside. So a lot of the birds will come and they'll perch themselves on the clothesline, and it's not like they're beautiful birds, they're ugly freaking pigeons, and I can't stand them. So that's one aspect that I truly despise about living by myself, is dealing with, or in my case not dealing with, the absolute amount of birds that are here. So in my case, my living room is pretty much off limits for me during the better half of the day because there are just pigeons perched there right outside my window, and I can't deal with it. And my mom was like, surely like your window is closed, and like, yeah, my window is closed, but I can still hear them going and it drives me nuts. And also I've made eye contact with a few of them a few times, and they're scary. They're so scary. I can't deal with it. So that's one aspect. One time I woke up in the morning and I went to use the bathroom. I literally made eye contact with a pigeon that was sitting right outside the bathroom window, and I closed the door and didn't go back to the toilet for about an hour. Like pretty much until I was certain. And even then, I very quietly opened the door, made sure there were no pigeons, and then I went to use the bathroom. It's absolutely insane, and you might be thinking, that's psychotic. Yeah, it is a bit. It is a bit. I also haven't really opened any of my windows because of the sheer amount of birds. And it's not just pigeons, it's also crows. And crows are not exactly my favorite either. I mean, I hate friggin' budgies. What am I gonna do with a crow? And every bird here is like quack, quack, quack. Always. I can't deal with it. That's one part that I really hate about living by myself. Another huge part that I really dislike is the dishes. Now, it's not like I have lots of dishes that I'm just constantly scrubbing away, but it's to the point where I don't want to eat because I don't want to have to do the dishes. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I just can't be bothered. Like I currently have dishes in the sink that I'm going to do right after I make this video. Maybe I'll film a video of me doing the dishes at some point too, but I was like, at points in time, like last night, I was just thinking, how can I eat my dinner and have the least amount of washing up to do? How can I do that? And that's what I did. I tried to eat, I think I just ate out of one bowl. I'm very, very grateful for the fact that my mum had pre-prepared a lot of dinners before she left. So basically all of my dinners are stocked in the freezer. I just take it out to thaw during the day, and then I eat it for dinner. Because in my opinion, breakfast and lunch, super easy. Like breakfast is just some type of egg, super easy. And lunches, I'm trying to be pretty healthy, so I'm trying to make like a salad or something nutritious and healthy. And then for dinners, it's like it's annoying. Dinners are annoying. I'm realizing how annoying it is to eat now that I live by myself. If it was up to me, I don't want to eat anything ever. I just no. And I'm currently on my period, which also is a big point of living by yourself. Is when I lived with my family and I was on my period, or as the Germans say, strawberry week, which I think is so cute. I gotta start calling it strawberry week now. But yeah, when I was at home, my mum works from home a lot, so I would just sort of like call on her and be like, Mom, the period has started, can you get me a hot water bottle? But yeah, she would like get up from whatever she's doing and she would get me a painkiller, a hot water bottle, like, you know, mom stuff, obviously. Now it's like I have to do that myself. So half the time I get like bad periods. Like I am in a lot of pain on my periods. So a lot of times I just can't be bothered to get up and little gremlin walk to the kitchen to make the hot water bottle and then like come back to the bedroom. That's also something that I really hate about living by myself, is dealing with the periods. I don't like it. And it's like, here it's like if I if I spill something, I have to clean it myself, which sounds really obnoxious, but it's true. Like, I want to spill things less because it's like, well, now I have to clean it myself. And the bathrooms here, like, the bathrooms here are not, but they're not wet area, dry area. Like in Australia, your shower is a cabin. So the shower gets wet and the rest of the bathroom doesn't get wet. Here it's like, if you take a shower, the whole entire bathroom is wet. And because the water here is hard water, it leaves atrocious rusty stains on the taps and practically everything. In fact, get this, my light, it's like the fluorescent tube light, it has like kind of come off its hinges. So it kind of broke, but it works, but it's just dangling for dear life on the wall. And I tried to fix it, but it broke because the screws and the hinges were so rusty that it just kind of snapped one day. I don't even know how it happened. I was mid-shower and it just kind of fell, freaked out, and yeah, so that's a problem. But I'm like, my mom will be coming back in about 2 weeks or so, so I'll just leave it and have her deal with it when she's back. But also, like, the water geyser is coming off the hinges too for the same exact reason. I think it's rusty screws and hinges. Again, dealing with that when my mom comes back. The bathroom gets wet, so then it's like you take a shower and then you have to clean the whole entire bathroom as well. Like, you have to I have to wipe all of the taps, I have to squeegee the floors, I have to do everything. Whereas in Australia, it's like you just sort of squeegee your shower cabin and that's about it. And then your bathroom is dry and clean and it's fantastic. But here it's like, no, you gotta squeegee the whole thing. And then you gotta leave the door open to let it dry, otherwise it will get moldy and stuffy and everything will get rusty. And the bathroom is super small. I might do a house tour for you guys if you'd like to see that. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that and I'll film that for you. But the bathroom is so small, like lengthwise. Like, I can reach my hand up there and touch the ceiling, which is a big thing because I'm not exactly the tallest person on earth. So the fact that I can reach the ceiling, it's a short ceiling. And my cousins are so tall. Last time they came over to visit, I said to them that if I can reach the ceiling, you might have to duck. Because my youngest cousin, she's 15. She turned 15 in December. But in her case, it's like she's, I think, 5'10" or something. She's 15 and she's freaking 5'10". I don't understand it. I don't know what the kids are eating or drinking these days to be growing up so tall and big and absolutely teetering over the whole public. Especially in India, where most of us are quite small. You've got my cousin who's like 5'10". And my other cousin who's currently, I think, no, she's turning 20 this year. She's also about 5'9", 5'8", 5'9", something like that. So literally, I'm the oldest and I'm the smallest. You put us in photos and then it's like this little M. I don't like how the whole bathroom gets wet. That's a huge thing for me. Yeah, I don't care for the dishes either. I also am stressing for the time that the gas turns off, in the sense that here they have gas bottles, canisters, tanks, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's like under the stove in the cupboard underneath. And I don't use the gas enough for it to run out just yet, but I know it will probably run out soon, and I don't want to have to deal with that. Because here's another thing about living by yourself that I actually quite enjoy, being here in literally mid-Mumbai, like I'm literally in the CBD, is home delivery is so easy here that I don't have to leave the house ever. Unless I have like a meeting or an appointment or something, I don't have to leave the house. So I'm getting my groceries delivered to my house, and I try and do it like once a week, but they have apps here called Blinkit, which is honestly amazing. Or they have the Swiggy version called Instamart. I am more partial to Blinkit, but basically on Blinkit, you can get every single thing you need in like 8 minutes or so. I wish I was kidding, but sometimes I've gotten it in 5. And I've actually seen the Blinkit warehouse. It's just like across like a few streets across the road. and it's crazy. They get it to you so quickly. And if you're anything like me, you want to limit the amount of times that you go outside. So I basically rely on Blinkit. My Mossy, actually, she's my Mossy means mum's sister. So every time I mention Mossy, just know I'm talking about my mum's sister. But she asked me a few times, like, have you gone to get like veggies and stuff? Because we have a few like veggie sellers right outside the apartment building, across them, like along the main road. And I was like, are you serious? You want me to go outside of the house to buy veggies on a busy ass public street where I can't even hear what they're saying? Tell me one thing, right? Now, I'm realizing that this is probably what accented English sounds like to people, because I am having a hard time understanding people here. Like their Hindi, I'm having a hard time. And it's not because I'm not fluent in Hindi. I can speak Hindi fluently. I understand it perfectly. I've been speaking Hindi my whole life, right? But here it's like, especially with the people who sell fruits and veggies, like right outside the apartment, there are these twin brothers who sell fruit and veggies. They're super sweet. They're great. Like, I like them. They're great, but I can't understand them half the time. They'll say something is for, like, one time he came home delivery. He said, I mentioned if they had spinach. He said, no, but I can deliver it to you. It'll come tomorrow. And I said, nah, it's no big deal. But then he showed up tomorrow at my place. How does he know those things? I don't know. How did he remember my address? I don't know. I just said I live in that building, and he showed up. And obviously the time that he shows up is the time that my mother is in the bathroom. So I say to him, he's like, oh, this is your spinach, madam. I said, oh, thank you. And I said, how much is it? Obviously this interaction's happening in Hindi. I said, how much is it? He said 80, right? But I didn't hear 80. I heard 8 he, meaning like, 8 only, like 80, right? That's how I heard it. So I went to get the cash, and I was scoping through my mum's thing, being like, where is the coins? And she's like, how much is he saying? I said, he's saying 8. And she's like, oh, the coins should be in that pouch. And I was like scoping through, looking, and I said, oh my god, 8 milliliter, like I can't find 8. And I guess he heard me say 8, like a lot. He said, no madam, it's 80. And I was like, oh my god. So then I just gave him 2 notes of 40 rupees, but in my brain I was like, oh my god, I heard 8 he, like 8 he, because in the Indian accent, 80 and 8, they both have the sound, right? They don't, like in Australian accents, we say 8, right? Or 80. We don't say 80 or 80. So I was like, okay, so 8 rupees. I was like, oh my god, this is so cheap. 8 rupees? No, 80. You doofus. And that wasn't the first time. I've also struggled. I think one time he said, he said 315, which means 315, right? 315. My dumbass, heard 115, which 115 means 115. So I was 200 rupees off, and I so confidently like scanned the QR code, did the GPay, was like, yeah, 115, and then it made the little noise, like the bling noise, and I was like, yeah, look, I sent you the money. And he's like, madam, isse 2 aur zyada, like 200 zyada. I was like, 200 zyada? Basically was like, madam, you need to give me another 200 rupees. And I was like, eh? And he's like, yeah, it's 315. And I was like, 315. Okay. So then I GPayed him 200 more. But at that point, I was like, this is happening far too often. And outside, it's so noisy. Cars, motorbikes, scooters, beep, 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 like crazy. I can't hear anything. I'm the type of person who wants absolute pin drop silence at all times. So I can't hear. So at what point can you Like, how many times can you say, huh? What? Kitne ka? What? Huh? Ah? And in that situation, I even looked at my mom, and my mom didn't understand what he said either. So I was like, the thing, that's a perk to being here, is I can just blink it all of my groceries. It's amazing. What I'm struggling with here is going to sleep. I'm not sure if it's the fact that I'm going to sleep by myself, or if it's the fact that I'm thinking a lot and I'm stressed out and anxious or whatever. But even like last night, I couldn't sleep before I think 3 a.m. My eyes are super heavy. That's also why I didn't want to wear contacts for this video, because I was like, I can't, my eyes are tired. I can't do this. But yeah, like I've been struggling so hard to fall asleep. And then once I do fall asleep, I can't wake up. So I think I woke up today literally at 11:30, which is absolutely insane. But it is the truth, right? Because if you go to sleep at like 4, where are your hours of sleep going? So I woke up at literally 11, and it's driving me nuts. I can't seem to adjust my sleep schedule, because it's not like I'm not sleepy at all. I'm sleepy. Like throughout the day I get sleepy, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make sure I'm all done and dusted with dinner and everything. I've washed the dishes, put them away, and I'm gonna try to be in bed by like 9:30, 10. It never happens, because then as soon as I'm in bed, I can't sleep. And I'm trying to find a good position. I'm tossing, I'm turning, I'm trying to sleep. I'm listening to freaking white noise, or, you know, keyboard tapping ASMR, or bubble popping ASMR, freaking, I don't know, fireplace crackling. None of it works. And then it just gets to a point where I just give up. So then I'm just staring at the ceiling for hours, just thinking about life. But that's something I hate about living by myself, is the fact that it's actually so much harder to fall asleep. And it's not to say that I don't sleep on my own. Like, obviously, even when I lived with my family, I had my own room and I went to sleep by myself. But I think just the subconscious of knowing that there are people around you helps, right? I don't know. So I've gotten to a point where it's been over a month, but I'm kind of just like, I'm over it. I'm over it. Like, I actually look forward to when I have to go see my cousins, because it brings a bit of like normalcy to my life. Like, it's like, okay, if not Sydney, then okay, I'll just go to my cousin's place, even though it's like 2 hours away. But it's so odd how your brain associates comfort with another thing when you have your original comfort gone. So like, I slept perfectly fine when I was there like 2 weeks ago, and yeah, now that I'm back here, I'm like struggling. I hear everything makes a noise, and it triggers me. Sometimes people outside at like 2 a.m. will just be listening to music on their phone. I can hear it, because I'm only on the 2nd floor, so I can hear them. And you know, you can hear the autos going in and out of the apartment complex. You can hear trucks or whatever. Sometimes like things are happening. People are living life outside. So I can hear everything. And here it's like nobody goes to sleep early in India, is what I've realized. So it inhibits me from going to sleep early, because everyone's doing something, especially on the weekends. It's like 2 a.m. is like prime time for them. They're all awake doing something. So anyway, sleeping has been a hassle for me. I actually don't mind laundry. Laundry is one of the things I don't mind doing. Now I need to wash my bed sheets at some point, and that's kind of stressing me out, because I need to like put it in the machine. That's the other thing, because this house came with a lot of furniture, but it didn't come with a lot of other things. Like, it didn't come with a bed. We basically rented a bed, we rented a washing machine, we rented a microwave. These things weren't there. And don't even get me started on the renting process. That was absolutely mental. But the washing machine, which is currently right behind you, which is why I keep looking up at it, but it doesn't really have a place to connect. The washing machine connection is in the bathroom under the sink, and I have to connect and disconnect it every time. So it's something that I'd never had to do in Australia. Like, I've done the washing in Australia, but it's so weird. Every time I do it, I'm like, I can't believe this is something I have to do. So you have to put the waste pipe near the drain, so it goes down the drain. Then you have to connect the actual water pipe to the connection under the sink, make sure it's locked and loaded, turn the connection on, and then you can use the washing machine. And the washing machine's just chilling in my bedroom. And here is like my sleeping side of the bedroom, and then there's a bit of a partition. My mum parted, yeah, the room with the cupboards. And on the other side of the partition is the clothes area and an iron board. So this is like, the laundromat is on the other side, and this is like my sleeping side. But yeah, living alone has been something, that's for sure. Like, it's been an experience. Have I enjoyed it to some extent? Yeah. Have I not enjoyed it to some extent? Yeah, like I miss my cats every day. I miss my house, I miss my bed, I miss my laptop, because an iPad is great, but an iPad doesn't do everything my desktop can do, so I miss my desktop. I also just miss like everything there. But yeah, also here it's like the floors, it's so dusty in India, right? So dusty. So I'm pretty much sweeping and mopping the floors. I do it once a week to keep my sanity, but once a week is kind of pushing it at this point, because it gets to the point where that once a week I'm tracking on my feet. Like, my feet pick up dust and it becomes gross and dirty. And that's why I always wear thongs in the house, because I can't just walk around barefoot. I sweep and mop my floors once a week, but that is not enough, I feel like. But at the same time, sweeping and mopping is a freaking physical activity. I can't do it more than once a week, especially the mopping part. I'm on my hands and knees like I'm freaking Cinderella, doing the pocha, the mopping. I'm doing that on my hands and knees. Like an evil stepmother has put me up to it. But yeah, that's one thing I don't like about here is, yeah, just the sheer amount of dust. The floors get dirty. My iPad case, let me show you. So I do a lot of home workouts, right? Like a lot of yoga and Pilates at home, which means I'm on the floor on my yoga mat a lot of the times. And where am I watching the videos? On my iPad, right? And this was like pristine before I came to India. Look at it. I don't think you're ready. Look at it. Look at it. It's just so disgusting. I'm thinking of buying a new case because this is ridiculous. And like, it's like I've tried cleaning it, but there's not much I can do. It gets dirty within the next week. So I'm thinking I'll buy like a black one or a dark brown or something, because this is ridiculous. It's just disgusting. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. I know this video was a little bit different. It was kind of like a sit down, chat with friend type moment while I do my laundry. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That's it for this week's video. I'll see you guys all in my next one. Bye.